Scott Foster here at the Nebraska Community Foundation's 30th annual celebration and training, and we're joined here today by Megan Helberg and Jim Welnick from the Calamus area. Hi, how are you guys?
Hello, we're doing great. Thanks for having us this morning.
Big day, 30 years, right?
Yes.
And you guys are one of the first.
Correct. So our Calamus Area Community Fund was one of the first affiliated funds set up through the Nebraska Community Foundation. Nebraska Community Foundation started in 1994, and our local fund started in 1996. So we were one of the pioneers.
So tell us a little bit about it, Jim. What are you guys doing with the Calamus Area Fund?
You know, to add a little bit on what Megan was saying, it was initially formed to serve Burwell and Garfield counties, or Garfield County, and about 2015, it expanded to include Loop County and the community of Taylor. So we're actually two counties, one big community, and it's a lot of great people there. And what do we do with our fund? And at that time, the name changed from the Burwell Community Fund to Calamus Area Community Fund. So we represent the entire area. We've got our committees has got individuals that reside in both counties, but we represent both counties. We're community builders. We work with our local nonprofits and organizations to better our community, make Main Street bigger, stronger, and support a lot of the things that go on in our community.
So, Megan, in '96, what was it that they said, gosh, we ought to join this community foundation? What was kind of the vehicle that you wanted to make it work? Why did you want to use it?
Well, we have to give a lot of credit to those founding members. You know, back in 1996, they had this vision of what they wanted their community to be. They had enjoyed living there, prospering there, seeing their kids and grandkids grow up there, that community spirit and kind of that sense of belonging. And they understood that we have to act now and not wait until we're in crisis mode. And so I always say, you know, the Calamus Area Community Fund, we don't just want our communities to survive, we want them to thrive. And in order to do that, you have to be proactive and you have to think about not just what's going on in your community right now, but think 5, 10, 50 years down the road, what sort of quality of life do you want there to be in your community long after you're gone?
So, Jim, what are some of the high points? How's it worked for you?
You know, we look at our endowment fund as our dreaming money. We don't know what it's going to be used for in 1, 5, 10, 20 years and beyond. And that's what's so cool about it, is that it's going to be there to support communities' needs, whatever they are. And I don't envy the people that started the fund. It would have been a lot of hard work to start from scratch. I joined up with our community fund a few years ago, and it's been great to pick up from where that was left off. And we've got a great start, and we're doing a lot of good things in our community.
I see that you guys have had over 5,000 charitable gifts have been made. A fund totaling $2.4 million in the middle of Nebraska in little places like Burwell and stuff like that. That's really amazing.
It's incredible. I think we actually have the record for the amount of donors. And so we really take pride in that because we really encourage that everyone in the community can be a part of the vision and the dream, whether you are donating $50,000 or whether you are donating $15. We welcome all of the donations from all different sorts of families and folks in our community. We have kids and youth, that'll stick a few bucks in when we have events. And that's really amazing to see. And that's what we want. I would rather have total community involvement and investment in our dreams for the future rather than just a few elite wealthy carrying us forward. It really makes it feel much more of a community effort and that we're all in this together, taking our communities forward.
That is straight out of what Nebraska Community Foundation wants to do. I know, Jim, that you guys were part of rebuilding the grandstands at the Nebraska Big Rodeo, yeah?
Yeah, the Memorial Stadium of the Sandhills.
Yes, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, severe storm damaged the historic grandstands way beyond repair, and the community rallied together to begin planning on how to rebuild those grandstands bigger and better than before. And we developed a great relationship with Nebraska's Big Rodeo organization. Invited them, began a lot of dialogue with them. They came out and talked to our group and explained the project, all the challenges they were facing. They were obviously having to raise some significant funds. And, our committee of 11 people just barraged them with questions. And I think they left that meeting thinking, oh boy, I don't know if we're going to get much out of these people. But, what was really cool was after that, our committee had our own discussion and quickly rallied together saying, let's give them, there's no other greater historical or economic significance to this area. Let's give them 100% of this year's unrestricted endowment proceeds to really make an impact.
So really taking something that your area was doing good already and making it better.
Yes.
And I think it really showed the people in our communities that, wow, Calamus Area Community Fund can make a real significant impact. When we first started, our grants and amounts that we were able to give out were small as our endowment grows. Now we're getting to a place where we're able to give out more significant amounts of money that are really creating significant change for generations down the road in our community. So it's a testament to all those little $15 donations and the larger ones. Now the community is reaping the benefits.
Talking about making a difference for years down for the future. You're a former teacher. I see that you guys are involved in what's called the Sandhills First Steps Daycare. We all know that today you can't grow a community without quality daycare. So talk a little bit about that Sandhills First Steps Daycare and how you're involved.
Yes, so we are incredibly supportive of the new daycare facility, early childcare facility in Burwell. Things like this take time, and no one in the community gave up on it. We knew it was going to be a pretty hefty price tag. We knew that we wanted to support. We knew that this was something that would attract families to our community, but also allow the current families to stay to provide this needed service. So it's absolutely incredible to see it now open. It has, it's employing a few adults in the community as well. The facility is beautiful and state of the art, and we're just super glad that it's come through to fruition over those years that people stuck with it, and we're happy to be a small part of it.
Is that in Burwell?
It is in Burwell, yes.
I'm sure, but it's serving the whole Calamus area for sure.
Yes. Taylor actually also has an early child care facility that through some NCF connections, we also found ways to get that up and running in an existing building in Loup County. It's actually part of the school. And so it didn't take quite as long to get up and running. So we've learned a lot about these different steps and partners that we can make through Nebraska Community Foundation and how they can help link us to the correct partners.
Wow. It's complex. That daycare stuff is hard. That's for sure. Jim, how about other goals? What's kind of, as you look into your crystal ball, what would you like to see?
I think what's key, and Megan mentioned this, we've kind of transitioned from our traditional grant making process where we had a limited kind of open application period and then followed by selection and awards, which was a lot of fun and great fun. And we haven't given up on all that either. But yeah, our committee has finding ways to make yet even bigger impacts and making the wonderful grants we've made to the Burwell Rodeo and Sandhills First Steps. We want to do more of that. And part of that's relationship building with our nonprofits and organizations to get to know them better, understand what their needs are, what their plans are, so we can plan ahead and plan future years' endowment proceeds as grants to them.
And you said you have an 11-person board. Is that what you said?
We do, and we're really grateful. We have developed a board that's really consistent. We don't have a lot of turnover on our committee, which has allowed us to really get to know each other's strengths, where each person shines, and it's just really been a wonderful committee to be a part of because everybody truly does care and they chip in their own ways. And it's starting to make an impact in our community. People recognize us. They are starting to realize that we're here and we're here to stay. And people know to come to us with questions about certain things. And that feels great that people understand in the community that we're all in this together and who's on our board. And you can come to us with questions and for help to try to get some great ideas going in both communities.
Yeah, we've got a lot of great young people on our committee, excluding myself. But that's what's exciting about it. A lot of energy, and a lot of them have been on our committee the longest period of time. And, what's been just a really proud moment is to see some of the younger members are the ones that actually suggested the bigger grants, the bigger impactful grants to the daycare, to the rodeo and others. So we've got a great future ahead of us.
I'm the longest serving member on our committee. And so I've been on for about 12 or 13 years now. And that's just, I don't know, it's kind of interesting for me to be the longest serving member. But that just goes to show that we really value a variety of ages and a variety of backgrounds on our committee. And that makes us stronger to have that diversity and differences.
In finding people that care. And I think that that's one of the things that we see more young people coming back to Nebraska, little communities like Burwell and Taylor, and wanting to make it work. Well, one of the very first groups involved here with the Nebraska Community Foundation in the Calamus area, we've been here with Megan Helberg and Jim Welnick. Thank you, guys. Good work, and keep up the good work. All right?
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, have a great day.
Thank you.